What's up, my salty codgers? Today, we're diving into something fun. 2026 is creeping up fast. This game is going on 9 years now, and we all know one thing: Call of the Wild has the bones to be legendary, but it's still missing something. Let's be real for a second. It's still dragging a lot of 2017 baggage that keeps it from reaching its full potential. Glitches, bugs, older designs of maps and animals, and old school hunting. Before we look forward, let's take a second to look back. 2025 did give us progress. Two solid weapon packs, the Rapid Hunting Rifle Pack, and the Pump Flip and Fire Pack, with a few standouts like the Frost 257. Then we got Askiy Ridge, an Alberta snow covered masterpiece that came with 19 species, 8 brand new unique animals, also the Mule Deer Great One, and the stunning Grey Wolf Great One. The longly anticipated feeders with the post box and barrel, remodels on animals, and confirmation on another full size map coming winter 2025. So, yeah, the game's evolving, but we're not done yet. I'm the skipper, and let's dive in. Before we jump into the countdown, let's give some love to a few honorable mentions. They didn't crack the top 10, but honestly, each of these could still push Call of the Wild to the next level. Let's start with something simple: binoculars. Right now, it's actually easier to spot animals through your scope than your binos. To me, that makes zero sense. Glassing should feel powerful. It's one of the most important tools in real hunting. We need something like a 15 by 56 rangefinder bino with high clarity, long zoom, built-in range finding. Imagine spotting a diamond, rare, or a great one across the valley and seeing every detail EW put into that model. That's the kind of upgrade that would completely change the way we scout and appreciate the game. And while we're talking about seeing far, alright, this next one might be the most unrealistic addition because it would require EW to change a lot of core systems, but still, render distance. Call of the Wild's main competitor, Way of the Hunter, has animal render distances of about 1,000 to 1,100 meters on PC, 800 to 900 on PS5 and Series X, and 5 to 600 on Series S. Meanwhile, Call of the Wild's sitting at 450 meters. And honestly, it's kind of a joke. Animals vanish like ghosts at that range. Moose, gone mid run. Bears blink out like holograms. You spot your trophy as it bolts just to watch it disappear before it hits the ground. It's frustrating, man. Plain and simple. Even a modest boost, just a few hundred more meters, would breathe new life into long range hunting in this game. Imagine a Yukon tundra or the Sundarpatan peaks actually being able to see animals end to end across those massive landscapes without them vanishing like they got Thanos snapped. That's the kind of improvement that would completely change the feel of the game. So, new maps. We all know another map is coming winter 2025. The question isn't if, it's when. My bet, December 2025. I've got a full video coming soon breaking down my top 3 map predictions and which species might come with them. I'll give you a small hint. The ultimate African map might just be one of them. But a map is only as fun as the tools you bring to it. New guns are basically another guarantee, but that doesn't mean they should be filler. We need meaningful calibers that actually change how we hunt. There are so many options, even wildcat rounds, that would make hunting deeper, more personal, and even educational. I've already built a top 10 calibers video for Call of the Wild that's coming soon, and it's loaded with ideas that would completely shake up the gun meta. And while new guns add spice, sometimes what we really need is a better way to get around. Battery powered UTV. This is the only vehicle Call of the Wild really needs. Picture this: you and your crew piling into a UTV, you're tearing across the Yukon Tundra, flying through the mud, or watching your buddy flip it into a ditch like a complete dumbass. That's multiplayer fun. Not just faster travel, but fun travel. And since it's electric, it wouldn't spook everything within 500 meters. It's fast, it's quiet. It's exactly what this game needs. And speaking of futuristic gear, let's push it a little bit further. Heat signature thermal scopes. Alright, I'll be honest here. This one's another long shot. It took EW 5 years to go from the old Gen Zero night vision scopes to the new Angler White Phosphorus night vision scope that we got in 2024. But imagine this, a heat signature thermal scope that works day or night. Kutsu brush, mixed target detection cleaner. It's not overpowered, just balanced. That would completely flip night hunting on its head. Tactical, immersive, and modern. And while we're dreaming big, let's talk about something that would make your guns feel alive. Gun cleaning and ammo reloading. This one's for the realism fans. Imagine cleaning your rifle after a few hundred shots to restore accuracy. Or you can hand load your own ammo, choosing bullet type, powder, and casings. It turns your weapon from a stat stick into something you actually care about, that you can modify based on the way you want to hunt. It adds connection, identity, and customization. And I can already hear the complaints. But I grind, I don't want to clean my gun. Just sit down and breathe. It will be okay, I promise you. That's the kind of feature that keeps players hooked long term. Alright, ladies and gents, that's the warm up. Now, let's get into the real meat of this list. Starting at number 10, proper animal AI. Nothing kills immersion faster than bad AI. We've all seen it. Moose pacing like they're on a treadmill, bighorns running in circles, animals standing eyeballs deep in water, or sprinting full speed like a rocket after getting shot in the leg. Now picture this instead. A deer limps when shot in the leg. Predators actually stalk prey and hunt them naturally. Bucks challenge each other during the rut. And big game like deer, bison, or rams have territorial clashes that shake the ground. That's the kind of world I want to live in. A world that feels alive. Sure, it's harder to code, but if they can pull it off, it would elevate Call of the Wild into something that no other game can even touch. And while AI would make the world feel alive, this next one will literally change how we move through it. Coming in at number 9, boats, kayaks, and crossings. Water has always been Call of the Wild's great wall. You see your dream trophy, and it's just standing across the lake, staring at you. Now imagine sliding quietly into a kayak, drifting across glass smooth water toward that trophy buck. Or hopping into a small skiff, crossing the Yukon, Rancho, or even Hirschfelden. Get into position without losing an entire drink time. No more sprinting halfway around the lake just to scare it off. We can't forget about crossing that even appear on older maps. Some maps already have the terrain for them, and actually they even have the boats. They were just never used, like Rancho, Yukon, Parquet, Hirschfelden, and Leyden Lakes. This one feature would revive older maps and make this world feel connected, not boxed up by invisible barriers with unhuntable lakes. It would change exploration forever, making waterways fun, strategic, and not frustrating. And speaking of reviving old maps, this next one's all about giving them new life. Coming in at number 8, Backfilled species. Let's be honest, older maps feel empty by comparison. Askiy Ridge, Emerald Coast, Revontuli, and even Salzwiesen Park spoiled us. They gave us variety, density, weather systems, and ecosystems that actually felt alive. But when you go back to Leyden, Hirschfelden, Medved, or even Quattro Colinas, you feel it immediately. They're barren and sad. Backfilling fixes that. Add a few new species, whether they're repurposed or brand new, and suddenly these maps have purpose again. Imagine Hirschfelden with Phrygian and Mouflon, Leyden with mountain goats, cougars, or snow geese, Salzwiesen Park bringing in roe deer to balance the tiny game. These kind of changes would pull players back to the classics, letting us rediscover what made them great again. It's not about rewriting the maps, it's about reinvigorating them, bringing them to life that they are clearly missing. And while adding animals would bring maps back to life, the next feature would give us more control over how we hunt them. Coming in at number 7, weapon attachment. Customization is the future. Ask any real hunter if they grab the factory rifle off the shelf and call it done. They'll probably laugh at you and spend the next hour explaining every upgrade they made. We need that same depth in Call of the Wild. Imagine backlit reticles, glowing colored reticles instead of that hard to see black crosshair, or suppressors that reduce sound radius. Let you take multiple shots before spooking a herd, just like the Vasquez Cyclone. Add bipods and shooting sticks for stability on long range shots, muzzle brakes, and adjustable stocks to reduce recoil. And lastly, shotgun chokes, so we can swap between narrow and wide spreads, perfectly tuned for pheasants, turkeys, waterfowl, and rabbits. And don't get me wrong here, it's not about going full Call of Duty. It's about realistic upgrades that reflect how hunting actually works. Times have changed. Modern hunting is here and it's now. Attachments give players the freedom to build weapons around their own style, not one preset template. It gives you more immersion, more tools, more depth. Simple as that. This next one might raise a few eyebrows. Coming in at number 6, game cams and drones. Yes, you heard me. Drones. But hear me out here. I'm not talking about flying a military grade UAV across the map. I'm talking about a small, short range scouting drone. Something you deploy to peek over a ridge, check the other side of a dense forest, or spot a herd that's hiding just out of view. We've all been there. You hear the calls, you know that they're close, but the terrain blocks you completely. You crawl through the thick vegetation just to spook the animal that is somehow right on top of you that you still can't see. A compact drone could help bridge that gap. Now, pair that with game cameras. You place one at a drink zone, a travel corridor, or even near your feeder. It records animals that walk by, tracks timestamps, animal size, fur variations, and even herd sizes. You pull out your hunter mate and review the footage. That's smart. It's balanced scouting. It helps players make the most of their limited time. Makes casual hunts strategic. This isn't about replacing boots on the ground hunting. It's about giving us modern tools that complement the experience. Add the limits, battery life, range, camera count, and it stays fair. This feature would make Call of the Wild feel evolutionary, not revolutionary. The perfect bridge between realism and accessibility. And while scouting would help us find trophies, the next idea would make every trophy feel truly unique. Coming in at number 5, non typical and velvet antlers. Now we're getting into the trophy territory. Non typical racks are every hunter's dream. Those gnarly, drop tined, palmated monsters. The kind of antlers that make your jaw drop the moment you see them. It's what makes hunting so addictive. No two bucks look the same in real life, so why should they in Cold Wild? And then there's velvet antlers. That soft, rich, early season texture that screams realism and freshness. Imagine spotting your first velvet diamond whitetail in the morning mist, that warm sheen glowing under the sunrise. Tell me that would not blow your mind. Combine true rack, non-typicals, and velvet variations, and suddenly every single harvest tells a unique story. It's not just a number anymore, it's a memory. That's what Call of the Wild is missing, the magic of variety. And while trophies would feel unique, multiplayer should finally feel alive. Coming at number 4, multiplayer update. Let's be real, multiplayer can be awesome. It's a good place to find rares, diamonds, and meet interesting people. But then again, it's also fragile. Bugs, freezes, unsynchronization, audio glitches, and let's not forget console servers that lose time completely, making it a guessing game when you hop onto a server. Then there's the players who kick others for fun, or greed, to hoard every animal on the map as a one person competition for pocket pool. That stuff kills the fun. A 2026 multiplayer overhaul could fix that. We need a ranking and point system that actually rewards good play. And harvest. You should gain points based on your harvest, difficulty, trophy type, and rare furs. And if you don't claim your harvest, you start losing points. And if you're caught hosting a modded server, you're instantly banned. Keep your cheating private. No one needs your hacked diamonds. And if you keep getting reported for kicking players, griefing, or being toxic, you get docked rank and eventually temporarily banned if it adds up. Multiplayer could also track how much you contribute to the hunt, like spotting assist, tracking distance, and even shared harvest. Imagine earning XP as a team, not just a lone wolf. Add better stability fixes, improve spawn syncing, and a lobby system that doesn't break mid hunt, and you've got something incredible. That's how you turn multiplayer from a side mode into a reason to log in every single day. And while that would make community stronger, the next one is a small feature with a massive payoff. Coming in at number 3, UV light. Because let's face it, tracking in the dark sucks ass. You shoot an animal, it runs off into the darkness, you pull out your flashlight, and suddenly every single track lights up at once. You run in circles trying to find the blood splatter you know is there. It's chaos. Now picture this. You take a questionable shot, and the animal bolts off out of render. You start tracking, but then you flip on your UV light, and suddenly the blood glows bright against the ground, while every other track fades into the background. No more guessing, no more squinting, just clean, focused nighttime tracking. It's small, it's simple, but it'll completely change how we hunt at night. It makes tracking cool, not frustrating. And while UV would help us track better, this next one fixes the very foundation of how we play. Coming in at number 2, a map overhaul and hunting pressure update. One of the game's biggest issues are that the maps are still stuck in 2017. They are basically just points of interest, need zones, and outposts. And console players, you know the pain. Unlock too many points of interest, and the lag hits hard. The map should be the best tool we have as a hunter, not a liability. We need custom pins, personal notes, and trophy markers. Imagine tagging your zones with labels like shoot down, secondary, test zone, solos, or main zone. You can even flag areas as good spawn spots or damn mountain lands. It gives us power over our grind, instead of relying on cluttered maps and mental notes. We also need the ability to filter need zones by species. If you're grinding wolves on Askiy Ridge, that's all you should see. And then there's hunting pressure. Oh, hunting pressure. Right now, shooting a quail with a 22 creates the same pressure as shooting a bison with a 300. Think about that. A pack of rabbits shouldn't clear a valley because you popped 4 of them with birdshot. Pressure should scale based on species, weapon type, and caliber. Smaller animals should cause lighter pressure, while bigger game, heavier pressure. It would make the game more realistic, more strategic, and less frustrating. It gives the ability to track our grind counts and total harvest by species without starting a new save file. Smarter maps, smarter pressure, smarter hunting. And while smarter systems would make the grind cleaner, the next one is a feature every single player has been begging for. At number 1, customizable lodge and trophy manager overhaul. Now with the new updated patch that is impending to come, the manager overhaul might be coming soon. But the lodge is our end game. It's our sanctuary, our showcase, our story, and let's be real, our flex zone. But right now, it doesn't tell that story well enough. We need mounts placed wherever we want. Adjustable mount sizes, so rooms don't look awkward with giant elk next to a tiny duck. We need multiple mount styles, Euro skulls, shoulder mounts, or minimalist antler plaques. And imagine custom multi-mount where you design your own combos, predator vs prey, herd scenes, or even chaos displays. Add interactive displays, letting us view harvest info, species data, or even exact coordinates of our shots. Now let's talk trophy management. We need a system to sort, delete, and organize trophies in bulk. Granted, this might come soon, but I'm still putting it in here. You should see rarity tags, fur variation indicators, and be able to filter by species or date. And here's my dream feature. Imagine consolidating 10 to 20 diamond whitetails into a single grand multi-mount, a chandelier of antlers, hanging above a bar or a fireplace. That would be the ultimate flex. It gives purpose to your endless grind, and it gives your lodge your story. Your lodge should reflect your journey, your trophies, and your chaos. That's the end game that would make Call of the Wild feel complete. And that's my top 10 wish list for 2026. Now, here's the challenge. Which one would you put at number one? Drop your thoughts in the comments because trust me, these are the conversations that get noticed. If you want more chaos, more rares, and more big ideas, smash that sub button and join the Salty Codgers crew. The hunt's only just getting started. I'm the skipper, and I'll see you out there. Peace.